What's going on, YouTube? How we doing today? Hopefully, pretty good. Today I'm gonna be telling a story about my first time drinking. It's a pretty wild story. I probably scarred my friends, but the story starts off as I'm hanging out at my friend's house. We're just having a normal day. I think it was like 8th or 7th grade. Just hanging out, me, my brother, and we'll call this guy Jake. Me, my brother, and Jake, we're just hanging out. This kid's got a trampoline. We're in 8th grade. We're hitting some flips. We're having a good time. We used to jump off his shed roof onto the trampoline. Uh, so we were doing that, having a good time, driving his lawnmower around, just being awesome, having a great day, vibing. Eventually, his parents left the house, and he's like, "Guys, guess what? There's probably alcohol in my basement." So, what do we young scholar 8th graders do? Well, we all head down to this basement, all creaking down the steps. It's dark, creepy basement, boxes everywhere. And he leads us over this one box, or I think it was a cooler actually. Whips open the cooler. Boom. Alcohol, baby. Uh, it's like these little 99 little shot bottles. And I'd never even tasted alcohol before this. But we pop one open. All three of us have one in our hand. He gave us all two. Um, so I drink my first one. I just chugged it like a man. Didn't even feel it. It got that Irish in me, I guess, man. But I chugged that thing. It burnt my insides. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. Bet this is gonna get me fucked up. But I drink that. I drink my second one. They each drink one. Uh, my friend Marshall drank half of his second one. My brother didn't touch his second one. But I was like, I'll take those guys if you don't want them. I was just being generous. I didn't want them to go to waste. So, they're like, okay. I popped those down the hatch. I'm about 3.5 deep, and I'm finished. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I thought it was going to be something magical, man. And it was. Trust me, it was. But we're just hanging out outside his house, and then just hanging, jumping on the trampoline. We drive around on his lawnmower a little bit, and we're eating these like hot Cheetos, and we're sitting on he's got a back porch on his garage, just looking back at the backyard where the trampoline is. We're sitting there eating Cheetos, jumping on the trampoline, and all of a sudden I get smacked like a Mack truck. I'm having a good time. I'm laughing. I feel lighter than a feather. They got hit too. I got hit the hardest. I barely remember this. I don't know how I'm telling this right now, but we went into his house. After that, we decided we wanted to watch some Rick and Morty. If you know, you know. But we're watching that, and there's this hand sanitizer sitting on the table. And for some reason, he's like, the table's dirty. And I just start squirting hand sanitizer all over the table. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm cleaning the table. He's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. So then he gets like some water, and then I pour the water on the table. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but I bet the table was clean. But he gets pissed off, and he makes me go outside on the porch, on his back porch. And that's where the Cheetos were. Okay? And there's like this sharp grill brush for brushing off grills. And me and my brother are on the porch, and I start hitting him with it as a joke. He takes it, he starts hitting me back with it. Hurts like a bitch. And then I'm like, alright, chill. Let me eat these Cheetos. I pick this bag of Cheetos up, and I just pour it over my face. Cheetos everywhere. My brother's laughing. It was pretty funny. Marshall comes outside, or Jake comes outside. He sees this. Obviously he's pissed off. He tells us to get back inside. Better pick that shit up before you leave. And we're like, okay, alright. My brother's like, it was kale. I'm like, are you serious? But we go inside, and I'm just smacked as fuck at this point. I am so drunk, it is not even funny. I feel all fuzzy inside. And this dude's like, I'm covered in Cheeto dust. He's like, you can go take a shower. So I get in this man's shower. I turn the hot water on. Feels amazing. but I can barely stand at this point, okay? So I just fucking fall straight on my ass. And I'm laying there at that point, drowning. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't drowning. But I was getting hit with this water. And they heard the loud bang. The door wasn't locked. So they just open the door, and they see me just sitting, laying in the in the bathtub with the shower hitting me. I can't imagine being them. But eventually, my brother I was with, he's my twin. So I get out of the bath, and he dries me off. He didn't have any towels, so he had to use a washcloth to dry me off. And I'm drunk as shit, and I'm stumbling over, and I'm butt ass naked. And this man is, he told me this after. He's just trying to dry me off with this washcloth. Okay, and I get out the shower. I get dried off. I put my clothes on. I was able to put my clothes on. And then I go back downstairs, and I ask everybody, "You guys want to go to the park?" And my friend Jake, he's like, "No, I don't want to go to the park. I'm cleaning up your hand sanitizer water mess, your Cheeto mess, and now you got water all over my bathroom, you piece of shit." That's probably what he was thinking. But that's what he said. Said, "No, I'm cleaning up your mess." So what's the thought process? I want to go to the park. I'm drunk as hell. My friend's got a bike outside. So what do you think I do? Obviously, I should have waited for him, but I stole his bike, and I went to the park. And he's got this giant hill by his house, just straight downhill pretty much. So I'm driving down that thing going Mach 10 on this man's bike. I don't know how I didn't crash. I think there was a close call. I didn't crash. I make it to the park. You know what drunk me does at this park? It was hot out, and the sun was hurting me. I'm a ginger, okay? It goes straight through me. I go, and I lay in this dugout, and I'm snoozing. I just fall asleep. Snoozing middle of the day. Drunk, snoozing. In a dugout. With my hand over my head so no sun gets in my eyeballs. Best sleep I've ever had. I'm just kidding, it was terrible. But eventually, I get woken up by my friend Jake. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What does it look like I'm doing? I'm taking a nap." And eventually, my brother comes down. They're like, "What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?" And I'm just like, "What? I don't know, man. I don't know." Moral of the story here, maybe you should let the alcohol hit you before you drink more alcohol. Especially if it's your first time. Don't steal your friend's bike and drive it down a hill drunk. I'm surprised it didn't crash. Don't sleep in dugouts, okay? But, yeah, that's the story, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you don't, go drink and steal your friend's bike and sleep in a dugout, because that's not fun. Alrighty, peace out, guys. Have a good one.